What's up, guys? Nico here, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. And today, um, man, I don't know what I want to really do today. I actually should go get the crops real quick. But, I don't know. Today, I just kind of want to talk about, I guess, one of my favorite superheroes and why I love them. And, well, that would be Spider-Man. And I'm assuming you guys would know due to the title of this video. You know, I love Spider-Man, and I want to talk to you guys why I love him so much. I mean, I've been, watching, reading, you know, Spider-Man stuff for years, ever since I was a little kid. Hold on, let's put that there. Don't I have wheat in another chest? I do not. Anyways, oh yeah, the ores are all done. Okay. Hold on. Let me just put some stuff away. But yes, I love Spider-Man, and I do want to talk about why, because I mean, I haven't talked about superhero stuff in a while. The last time I talked about anything about superheroes on the channel was when I was talking about Endgame, because Endgame had come out like 5 years ago, right? Which is crazy. I know it's already been 5 years. It's insane. But you know, even though as much as I love the MCU, as much as I love Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, the Hulk, you know, all those MCU characters, right? Much as I love them, I still I still really love Spider-Man. And not even just like MCU Spider-Man. I love his character as a whole because I mean I've been watching Spider-Man movies, reading like books, comic books ever since I was a little kid. And I just really like Spider-Man as a character because I mean, I love how he's a very relatable character and he's one of the only superheroes that genuinely does go through very human like problems. And I like how, since he goes through a lot of struggle and a lot of, problems that a lot of normal people go through, I just love how relatable he can be as a character, and I love how, even though he goes through some of the worst times and has every right to pretty much become a villain, he doesn't. He's a good person. Let's see what I can do for this pen. Alright. I'm gonna make the pen for the sheep, by the way. But anyways, I just like how, no matter what he goes through, he still continues to be a good person and still does whatever he can to help others, and he always risks his life to save as many people as he can. Which that's something I really love about Spider-Man, is that it's just, no matter like what happens, he always tries to do the right thing, no matter what. And, he's always out and about, always fighting villains, saving people, risking his life all the time. All because he wants to do the right thing, and honestly, I just really love that about the character. I've always loved that because, Spider-Man, like, Peter Parker has such a good heart, and, he doesn't deserve the things that he goes through, but no matter what happens, he still, deals with it and he keeps on going. Oh, crap. I know I should have just gone get a pickaxe, but I don't want to leave and have the sheep jump up here. It's good enough. And make the door. Or like the gate, whatever. I gotta remember, is it like this? Nope. I always get it wrong. I don't know why I do, but I always get making the fence gate wrong. Let's try and get the sheep in there. Oh yeah. And one thing I do like about Spider-Man is no matter what age he is, whether he's like a teenager in high school or in college, or you know, he's a full-on adult. He's always like his situations and you know what he goes through is just always relatable, and I that's what I really like about the characters. He feels like an actual person, you know, like an actual human being. No, what are you doing? Get back in there. Oh, what the hell, man? No. Get in the pen. Get in the pen. Alright. I might go look for some Enderman, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, I always like how, you know, a lot of his villains as well also aren't just like, oh, they're villains just to be villain. Like, they're not just evil. A lot of his villains go through a lot of things, and, you know, like, they go through something, like, whether it's, like, an actual accident, or, you know, they, have something wrong go in their life, like, happen in their life, where they want to, you know, go after Spider-Man. Like how Venom, right? Like, how Eddie and the symbiote have all been hurt, have both pretty much been like hurt by Spider-Man, where, you know, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this happened in the comics, because I don't know too much about the comics entirely for Spider-Man, but I know in like a lot of like the movies and like cartoons and stuff, Eddie Brock gets fired from the Bugle, and he kind of, you know, gets a lot of people to not like him, and he hates Peter for that. That's a big thing in like Spider-Man 3 and Sam Raimi's trilogy, which I'm going to talk about that in a second. I love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man trilogy, but you know, they have that happen where Eddie wants to get revenge on Peter, and then the symbiote also doesn't like Spider-Man, so they work together to try and kill Spider-Man, like, you know, stuff like that. Or, you know, we have characters like, you know, Doc Ock, where he's not really like a bad person. He just goes through an accident, just happens to come across, you know, Peter. And, you know, obviously Peter foils his plans, and then, you know, Doc Ock just tries to, you know, get his revenge on Peter pretty much for the rest of his run. But you know what I'm saying, like, in the beginning, like, they don't, like, all the villains aren't intentionally evil, except for, like, you know, Green Goblin or the Hobgoblin, you know. But, you know, I really like that about, like, you know, Peter and his villains, is that, you know, like, not all of them are just evil. They're also just broken people, too, like, you know, Electro. You know, I think he was, like, I'm pretty sure he was pretty much the same way in the comics. We didn't really explore much of Max's, like, backstory, but in Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I'm bringing more movies into this because I'm assuming you guys have seen the movies more than you've seen, like, say, like, the cartoons or, like, or the comics, right? So, you know, Max is more of an outcast, and, you know, he ends up, becoming Electro, and then people hate him even more, and, you know, it's just this whole thing, you know. Oh god, get away from me! But, you know, I loved Spider-Man since I was a little kid. Like, I started watching Spider-Man by watching, like, Tobey Maguire's, trilogy, and watching the old, Spider-Man, the animated series, the one that came out, I think, was it the 80s or the 90s, something like that. Like, it's an old cartoon. Pretty good cartoon, though. I should not be here. But there's Enderman. No. Shoot the Enderman. Oh, what? Come on, man. The skeletons are crazy. But I remember, like, when I was little, I remember watching Spider-Man 1 and 2, and then 3 came out. I just remember loving all those three movies as a whole. Like, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, oh god, will always be legendary, and always, he's my favorite Spider-Man. I understand people like Andrew Garfield more, which I get it. Andrew Garfield is honestly perfect as Spider-Man, but, you know, in my personal opinion, I do like Tobey Maguire more. Only because I guess that was the Spider-Man I grew up with. You know, not Andrew. I mean, Andrew is a good Spider-Man. I loved Andrew as Spider-Man. It just sucks that Sony kind of made some, you know, bad decisions on what to do with his movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish they could have done better with Andrew, because he had a lot of potential. Like, he's such a good Spider-Man. It just sucks that Sony kind of messed up, and then uh, Marvel Studios kind of came in and also kind of saved Spider-Man. It sucks that they had to get a new actor, but Tom Holland, he's a good Spider-Man. It just sucks that they haven't really like done the best they could with Tom. Oh my god, I actually might die. I'm getting jumped by everyone in the function. Oh my god. There's nowhere safe to go. Like, I should probably just jump in water, but I have nowhere. No, 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 no. Okay. The one thing I did like that I found very unique about Andrew's Spider-Man is I liked how they were going for more of a darker tone Spider-Man. I like that. My personal opinion, I like that very much. Also, oh my god, dude, like, get off of me. Like, I'm just trying to heal up and everything's just jumping me. But I mean, I don't hate Tom's trilogy either. Like, I think Tom's trilogy was good, and as a whole, it's more of like a whole, like, I guess, oh god. Tom's, like, original trilogy is, like, pretty much, his origin story, which is pretty much how it's looked at and how it's, seen and how they portray it as, that's basically what they said it was. Also, what the heck? Also, Ender Pearl, I'll take that. Oh my god. That's another Ender Pearl? But we have the whole entire group here. Like, what the hell, man? I just want the Ender Pearls. Which, good thing, that's 3 Ender Pearls in one video. That's awesome. That's a lot of progress. Oh my god, I have a whole horde on me. Like, Jesus. Like, calm down. I think there was one more Enderman, but he's just gone now. Unfortunate. That was intense also, but I do like how Tom Holland Spider-Man, I do like how they introduced him without having the whole Uncle Ben origin story. Because, I mean, at this point, we already know his origin. We don't need to see it again, so that makes sense, right? But I kind of hate how in Tom's, like, movies, they didn't really, like, have that really be a motivation for Peter, Uncle Ben's death or anything. They just kept that whole story arc just completely out of Tom Holland's story. Like, they pretty much treated it as if Uncle Ben just pretty much never existed, and I kind of don't like that, but, I mean, what can you do, right? There's nothing we can really do about it. But I do like how now, after No Way Home, Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be more of like an actual, more like an actual Spider-Man now, and not like always, I guess like with the Stark Tech and all that, like he'll actually be like an actual Spider-Man, be more of a street level character than he was originally. I guess Homecoming he was street level, but after that, he was pretty much an Avenger level type of hero, and that's not really Spider-Man, which I know Spider-Man does become an Avenger and all that in the comics and all that stuff, but I think what sucks is we pretty much skipped over the entire street level part of Spider-Man and just went straight to him being an Avenger level type of hero just right away. And I think that was not the best idea, but it is what it is. Let's see. Yeah, I remember the first time seeing Tom Holland's Spider-Man and how accurate he looked to the comics. I'm telling you right now, like when I was a little kid, what was this, back in 2016 when they revealed this? I was so excited. You guys have no idea. Like, I was beyond excited, and I really wanted to see, like, Civil War so bad just because of Spider-Man alone. Like, I know the whole thing about Civil War, it's like, oh, it's Captain America versus, Iron Man, the whole thing, right? As a kid, honestly, I could care less about Iron Man or Captain America. I just saw that Spider-Man was there, and you had me. That's all you had to show me. Spider-Man was gonna be in the movie. I was gonna watch that movie. Like, I'm such a big Spider-Man fan. Always have been, and it made me so much happier to see how much, like, how comic accurate he looked Like, he looked so comic accurate. I genuinely just was so like, I was so excited to see how they would use the whole eye movement and all that. Like, it looked a lot like the comics. I just loved it so much, you know. Sorry about that. Cause like obviously, you know, Toby and Andrew's eyes didn't like have moving eyes or anything, and their suits were good. I love both their suit designs, but they weren't like the comics, right? Like they didn't have like the eyes, and then the red spider on his back also wasn't like comic accurate on Toby and Andrew. You know what I'm saying? Now the only thing I didn't like about like that suit was all the black lines on it, like the extra lines on it that didn't need to be there. Like, I'm not talking about the webbing, I'm talking about, like, the thick black lines that were, like, on his shoulders or, like, around his legs or whatever. Stuff like that, right? Just the extra, like, lines on the suit that just didn't need to be there. Like, all you needed was the webbing, right, for the lines. Like, you didn't need anything else. But, you know, knowing Marvel Studios, they don't like to keep things comic accurate all the time, like, completely. They just like to add extra stuff to suits, which, like, I don't understand why. Like, you don't need to do that. Just keep things completely comic accurate. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't change up the suit. Like, look at the suit at the end of No Way Home. Like, people love that suit so much because it literally looks so comic accurate. And by the way, in my opinion, that's my favorite Spider-Man suit. It looks so clean. I know that some people don't like the bright blue on it, but, like, at the same time, you know, back in, like, the old, you know, children's books for Spider-Man, his blue was light blue, like that. Like, shiny light blue. Like in the old like kids books for Spider-Man, so it's just like, you know, it just kind of looked nice to me because also like I read like the old like Spider-Man books that were made for kids back then. Like I got so many Spider-Man things. Like I have a whole ass like Spider-Man blanket, by the way, which is also it's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I have a whole big blanket. You know what I'm saying? Like I have that. I have a ton of stickers and stuff somewhere. I have a bunch of action figures. I have like a lot of the villains that Spider-Man like has. Like I have Kraven the Hunter, I have Mysterio, I got Venom, Carnage, I got Scorpion. Let's see who else. I got Green Goblin, I got Hobgoblin, I got Dr. Octopus, I got Sandman. Who else do I have? I think I have more. I just gotta remember because I have them. I'm pretty sure they're like right next to me in a box. Because I'm gonna keep those, like, they're like the old action figures too, so they're also like, you know, really valuable and really rare. So, you know, but who else do I have? I have some, I have others. Just gotta remember. Let me think, hold on. Let me cook. Also that Minecraft music coming in, it goes hard. Trying to think, who do I have? Because I definitely have another character. I'm be honest, I don't know. I can't remember. I swear I have like another character, but I also have different Spider-Man. Like I have Scarlet Spider, I have Spider-Man 2099. I think I have Spider-Man Noir. I think. I don't remember if I do, but I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I do have Noir somewhere. But yeah, no, they're pretty good stuff right there. I also have like a lot of like the Avengers and stuff like as well, like the toys. Like old action figures. I mean, they're much better than the action figures we have nowadays because you can move all of like all their legs around, like their knees and their wrists. You can like move all of that around. You can actually like move their heads around. Like the action figures back then were so much better than what we have now. Like the action figures nowadays are so just plain and simple. Like they just look boring to play with, you know what I'm saying? Like who would actually like to play with those kinds of toys? Which, I mean, I do kind of feel bad for kids nowadays because they don't get, like, toys that are as cool as the ones that I had when I was little, you know? Like, toys when I was little, They were so cool, man. Like, especially like action figures. Like Spider-Man stuff was everywhere too. I remember they had this toy for Spider-Man as well, where it was like a mask. Oh, hey. They had like a mask, and then they had like web shooters. Like that whole thing was cool. Oh, there's a whole cave system. Damn. That skeleton's not happy. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna collect this coal. This video is getting lengthy. You know, I've kind of just ranted a ton about Spider-Man, you know. Kind of why I like him. You know. Just pretty much saying how he's a good character, you know. He doesn't use his powers for bad and all that, you know. Peter Parker's a good guy, but gets mistreated, but he wants to hide his identity because he doesn't want to, you know, make himself popular because he's Spider-Man. Like, he wants to hide his identity and make sure, like, he can keep his loved ones safe, because at the same time, like, he also has, like, Aunt May, Mary Jane, sometimes some other people, but he keeps, like, his identity, like, secret to keep them safe, which is, honestly, like, you know, like, him being selfless. Like, Peter is a very selfless person. Like, that's also another reason why I like him is, you know, no matter what, like, he puts others before himself. And he feels like he has to be Spider-Man because his powers could be used for good. And I like how he actually, like, you know, goes through with that. Like, he continues to be Spider-Man no matter what happens. And I also love the fact that no matter what, like, whether, you know, he's just, you know, Peter Parker or Spider-Man, doesn't matter. He never gives up no matter what, and that's something I really like about Spider-Man, is the fact that he never gives up and he keeps on going, keeps on moving forward. That's what I really like about Spider-Man and Peter Parker, is just he never gives up. And I just love how, you know, Spider-Man can be an inspiration for many, like, young kids, and I like that, you know. I think Spider-Man's a very good character for little kids. Which, I mean, little kids also really love Spider-Man. I mean, I did too. Like, just the appeal of Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man's more appealing to younger kids. Like, more than a lot of other superheroes. More than anyone else. But, you know. Anyways, I'm sorry I've just kind of been ranting, and I kind of did go a little off topic, but I tried to mainly, like, focus on just Spider-Man as a whole. And we did actually, you know, I made some good progress. You know, I kept on the strip mine. I found a cave system. I wanted to go in there, but I think I'm gonna save that for another video. I'll probably go down there in the next video and see if I can find some more diamonds. But, you know, today, 3 ender pearls, like, that's quite a bit of progress, because so far it's been hard to, like, get any, like, ender pearls off of Enderman. Like, if you guys have been watching, I've killed, like, Endermen. Like, I've killed so many Endermen where they just don't drop Ender Pearls. So, you know, it's kind of annoying, but whatever, right? We're making progress. Any progress is progress, no matter how little it is. Because, honestly, like, even though, like, I didn't make too much progress, it's still a step closer to the end. Which is good, because at least you're still going forward. You're still progressing. You're still getting closer to that end goal, no matter how little it is. Just You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm trying to say is like, if you make any kind of progress, you're closer to your goal. But, which my goal was to make it to the end and kill the Ender Dragon, beat the game. Which also, after that, I'm not sure what I will do. Also, I'm planning on making the roof on the second floor just glass. Because why not? Just so I could see, you know, the sky. I don't know. Kind of stupid, but whatever, you know. Maybe I'll put a bed up there and I'll start sleeping up there so that when I sleep, you know, I'm looking up you know, in the sky, I'll see the stars. Speaking of sleeping, I'll sleep right now. But anyways, yeah, sorry, going on a ranting, you know, me yapping. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video. If you guys have made it this far into the video, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, guys.